rock to this beat.
Welcome to another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I'm your boy, Captain Will. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe to Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will so I continue to bring you that gospel of Gamecocks every single day. You are now rocking with the best. Since you're rocking with the best, come rock with your boy, Captain Will. We got to go today, y'all. I said we got a good one today, y'all. We talking about Sakima Walker. We talking about Sakima Walker, 6'5" post player Sakima Walker. South Carolina transfer, Sakima Walker. Is she the next big thing for the South Carolina Gamecocks? What's the expectations? What do I expect from Sakima Walker for her first season as a Gamecock? We're going to talk about some headlines. Kate Koval. Kate Koval has committed to a team. Kate Koval, the number 5 ranked recruit in the country, has committed to a team. It is women's basketball. It is South Carolina Gamecock women's basketball. Gamecock coverage every single day, unlike anybody some headlines, else. Y'all. Some headlines. Kate Koval has committed. She committed today, and it's really not a surprise. If you follow your boy Captain Will, Kate Koval committing to Notre Dame is really not a surprise. Really not a surprise. I expected it. I've been talking it up for the last few days. Kate Koval to Notre Dame. I expected her to commit to Notre Dame after I got a tip talking about her canceling her in-home visit with LSU. So she canceled the in-home visit with LSU, decided to rock with Notre Dame Fighting Irish. That's a big get for Notre Dame. That's a huge. Kate Koval, one of the top players in the country, top 5 ranked player in the country, 6'4" post player, who is nice. So Notre Dame gets stronger. As you know, we play Notre Dame November the 6th, first game of the season. Kate Koval will be rocking with them next year. So we'll probably see Notre Dame, and we'll see Kate Koval in the future. But congratulations to Kate Koval for choosing Notre Dame. I'm not a hater. I didn't expect her to be a Gamecock. We weren't recruiting her heavily like that. So it wasn't oh man, we gonna get Kate Koval. Ain't nothing like that at all. None like that. Now, on the other end, a couple weeks ago, Kate Koval and Sarah Strong both were official visits to LSU. LSU, right? So they had a number 1, and it made big news, everything. The number 1 player, the number 5 ranked player in the country, both doing joint official visits to LSU. So, both doing official visits to LSU, Kate Koval decided to go to Notre Dame. Sarah Strong, after that official visit, went to Oregon for an official visit. So what happens, and I'm saying this specifically for the LSU fans who watch your boy's show, and for women's basketball fans who follow recruiting. What happens if if LSU isn't able to sign Sarah Strong? Do they fall back on the hopes of getting Joyce Edwards, who was there for a visit? Because it seems like they're throwing a lot of darts at the board to see what sticks, and that's what they can do because they're the number 1 ranked team. They defend the national champion, so they can just say, hey, Joyce Edwards, okay, Sarah Strong, Kate Koval, Jelani Cambridge, multiple players, right? But what if they aren't able to sign Sarah Strong? So they lose Sarah Strong and Kate Koval because everybody's up in their arms, you know. With Don Staley, hearing stuff from the mentions, hearing stuff from the comments saying that Don Staley lost it with recruiting. Okay, lost it with recruiting. She ain't getting the top recruits, right? That's what I heard a couple weeks ago. That's what I heard. Oh, Don ain't doing this right. Don ain't doing that right. So if the same thing had happened to LSU, so Kim Mulkey forgot how to recruit too. What I'm saying is this, y'all. Recruiting is a marathon. It's not a sprint. Trust the process. I trust that Don Staley will get multiple recruits this recruiting class, and not only multiple recruits. I know that she will get multiple top level recruits. So will we get Joyce Edwards? I still believe we're gonna get Joyce Edwards. Come on, I still believe we're gonna get Joyce Edwards. I still believe that Sarah Strong going to go to LSU. I believe both of those are going to happen. Jelani Cambridge, I kind of think that she's going to be with LSU. Not hearing a lot of buzz in regards to that. I kind of think that Adele Tack is going to be a South Carolina Gamecock. I kind of think that Kennedy Smith is going to be a South Carolina Gamecock. But we still got a while. It's October the 4th. It's October the 4th, y'all. It is October the 4th. We still have a ways to go with this recruiting cycle. So just stay tuned. Keep watching. Keep comment. Just if you have a question and want Captain Will's opinion, just hit me in the comments. I respond to pretty much everybody. Okay? So that's the first headline. Second headline, we're talking about Te-Hina Paopao and Bree Hall. Te-Hina Paopao and Bree Hall will be representing the South Carolina Gamecocks. It was announced today they're going to be representing the South Carolina Gamecocks as SEC Media Day on October the 18th in Birmingham, Alabama. Okay? So Te-Hina Paopao, I understand it completely. A senior, she's been, she has experience. She has the way with the media, because that's what you need. You need to have a way with the media. But she has experience. She's a senior. She's all conference in the Pac-12. Bree Hall, that one caught me a little off guard. Although she is a rising junior, she is a well-spoken young lady, and I think she do well at media day. I actually thought it was going to be Raven Johnson, but we're going with the junior instead of the sophomore. So all props to Bree Hall and Te-Hina Paopao, who are going to be answering the quote-unquote tough questions. Still waiting on my media credential. I'm just saying, but answering the tough questions along with Coach Don Staley, because basketball is here. Basketball is now. Basketball is on the doorstep, and it's going to really start feeling like basketball season once these media days happen on October 18th. Is the women's, and the 19th is the men. So congratulations to these well-spoken, beautiful young ladies who actually play basketball at a high level. And the third headline for today is a shout out to my daughter, Jalen Williams. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. My daughter has turned 28. I feel old as hell right about that. Right about now. I salute my daughter. Enjoy your day. Keep making me proud. Keep achieving your goals as you are pursuing your doctoral studies. But I do feel old. If I got a daughter who's 28, that means your boy Captain Will, one, started out real early getting kids, and two, I just feel old. Okay, so those are headlines for the day. Let's talk some Sakima Walker. Let's go. Transfer from the junior college ranks, Sakima Walker, 6'5", post player who played 2 years at Rutgers, was the junior college player of the year, averaging 17 points, 8 rebounds, almost 2 assists, couple blocks a game. Sakima Walker, all 6'5" post player extraordinaire, long arms, long limbs, handle the ball, block shots, has a nice jumper. How cool is it for South Carolina Gamecocks to have a post player at 6'5" who can shoot an outside shot? How cool is that? How cool is that? Now I know Aaliyah Boston could shoot that jumper sometimes when called upon, but I'm telling you about a player, at 6'5" who can extend her game to the 3-point line and who does it effortlessly. She shot 60% from field goal range. All right, she shot roughly about. I know it's a small sample size, but she shot 45. She shot a high percentage at the 3-point line in a small sample size, but she shot 75% from the free throw line. So you have to shoot free throws, y'all. So in our transfer, and that's a hidden stat. That is a hidden stat that a lot of people don't talk about. Because the Gamecocks over the past few years have had players who will get to the free throw line, but who will not shoot free throws at a consistent clip. We have two players, and ESPN ain't gonna talk about it. ESPN ain't gonna talk about that. ESPN ain't gonna talk about in the transfer portal that we got two players. One player who shot 87% from the free throw line in Te-Hina Paopao, shot 42% at the 3-point line, shot 44% overall at field goal range. We're not gonna talk about that. Oh, we're not going to talk about Sakima Walker, who shot 75% from the free throw line, shot 60% from the field goal range. That don't make headlines. But what it will do, it is going to make us win games, because those two players will not be afraid to go to the free throw line. Sakima Walker walks into South Carolina practice, walks into the University of South Carolina Gamecocks, walks into Colonial Life Arena as one of our better free throw shooters without playing a game as a Gamecock. Those are the facts. Te-Hina Paopao walks into this situation, this team, as the best free throw shooter on the squad from day one. That cannot be unnoticed. You can't forget about that, because those two will be trusted on the free throw line. We've had players who they go to the free throw line. You don't know where they're gonna hit. You don't know if it's gonna be 1 out of 2. We had top level players who shot about 60% from the free throw line on this basketball team. We can't win basketball games that way this upcoming season because we don't have the dominance of a Leah Boston on the squad. We don't have a dominance of an Asia Wilson on the squad. We don't have the dominance of a Zaya Cook or a player like that who can take over games. We don't have that type of players on this team. What we do have on this team is a conglomerate of talented players, and we got to get points in places that we necessarily didn't need before, if you feel what I'm saying. So every point counts. So we have two players, and more specifically, Sakima Walker at 6'5", who will be fouled down low, who can hit free throws. So you got 6'5" Sakima Walker, 75% from the free throw line. And then you got 6'7" Camila Cardoza, who shoots about 70% from the free throw line. And I expect that percentage to increase this upcoming season. So two post players who we know will be fouled, who will not be a detriment going to the free throw line. But what I also like about Sakima Walker is her ability to handle the ball. She's not a singular player. And I mean a singular player, I mean she's not a one-trick pony. She can go down to the post. She can do work in the post. She got good footwork. She can especially with smaller defenders, she can do work. Every time it's going to be barbecue chicken. Or as Shaq say, or as your boy Captain Will say, it's going to be pig feet down low, because it's going to be a bucket every time. But she can also extend her game to some places that I love to see. And we talking about the high post. We talking about 3-point line. So she can bring that defender out. Extend the game. Extend her game. Extend the South Carolina Gamecocks offense to make it more versatile. And that's the versatility is the key for this upcoming season. Because we have a lot of players. That can do multiple things for the Gamecocks. We have a lot of players. Yeah, Sakima Walker play. Because, I mean, Raven told me herself out of her own mouth that Sakima sometimes played more of a wing than the post. So if you're a team and you're trying to guard Sakima Walker at 6'5", and you don't know if she's gonna be on the wing or the post and do both of them effectively, That is a versatile player that we can utilize all over the court to go along with the Te-Hina and Tessa and Malaysia and Bree and so many different options for this team. The expectations for Sakima Walker is limitless. It's limitless. It's limitless. Yes, she played at Rutgers. Yes, she was a 4-star recruit. Yes, she was the 7th ranked post in her recruiting class. Yes, she didn't get a whole lot of playing time those first 2 years at Rutgers. But she blossomed her 3rd year at junior college and won the national championship and was a player of the year. Now, we have a few players on this team who don't have the stats and during their freshman and sophomore year. We have several players on this team are in a similar situation of a Sakima Walker. And I'm talking about Bree, I'm talking about Sanaya Faye, and I'm talking about multiple players who have not gotten that playing time because they watched and waited. Okay? What I do know is Sakima Walker played for a legendary coach at Rutgers. She's playing for another legendary coach at the University of South Carolina. She is ready. She is ready to ball. She is ready to do great things for us going forward. The expectations for Sakima Walker, I don't want her to start. No, I don't want her to start. I don't want no Twin Towers with Camila and Sakima at the 5 and the 4. I know they're gonna play in spurts. I know it's gonna be similar to how Aaliyah and Camila play at the same time, but I don't want that to be a starting lineup. I don't want that. What I want her to be is a capable backup to Camila Cardoza. And if Camila Cardoza gets hurt, I want Sakima Walker to be able to be that plug and play player. She's a senior. She's a senior. She's been around. She's a senior. She's a grown woman. This is the second time she's transferred. She's not a freshman coming in. She's played high-level basketball. I believe in Sakima Walker to play well this upcoming season. And we're going to need her. We're going to need Sakima the same way we're going to need Sanaya, same way we're going to need Chloe, same way we're going to need Watkins, same way we're going to need Bree Hall. We're going to need these players to step up and show out for this basketball team. Like I said before, this team is different. This team is different. Different is not bad. Dawn said it herself. Different is not bad. This team is different. The expectations for this team, the expectations for Sakima Walker is limitless. I expect her to play well. I expect her to play well. I think she's in the best shape that she's been as a collegiate. I expect her to play well this upcoming season because, ironically enough, Dawn Staley is a legendary point guard. One of the best ever who's ever done it. And in my opinion, the best female point guard who has ever dribbled a basketball. But with that being said, our team will live or die on defense, on spacing the floor, and in the post. Live or die. On defense. If we play at a high clip on defense, not saying we're going to play as high we played last year. I ain't saying that. But if we play high, like I know that we will play high, we'll be in every ball game. Spacing the floor. That was the key against Te-Hina Paopao. That's the key against Tessa Johnson. That's Bree Hall extending the floor with her 3-point shooting. And Sakima Walker being able to extend the floor at 6'5". And finally, the post position. Who we've had, it ain't been a problem, ain't been an issue for the last 4 years because we had Aaliyah Boston. But now Aaliyah Boston's gone. So we got to get the same one way, shape, or form. The numbers that Aaliyah Boston got has to be replicated, has to be duplicated by a combination of Camila Cardoza and Sakima Walker. The numbers that Aaliyah Boston got, Victoria Saxton got, we have to replicate those numbers. We can't replicate the leadership. Ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen. But we need to replicate those numbers offensively. Offensively. We're not gonna. It ain't gonna happen on defensive end. I don't expect Camila Cardoza to turn into the best defensive player in the country like Aaliyah Boston was. I'm not expecting that. But I want that combination of Sakima and Cardoza to play lights out defense. That's my expectation for Sakima Walker. Lights out defense. Hit those jumpers when you can. When you are fouled, go to the free throw line, knock down the shots. Grab 5 or 6 rebounds. That's what I want. Block a couple of shots. Play hard. That ain't asking too much. That ain't asking too much. That's my expectation for South Carolina, for Sakima Walker. This concludes another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I'm your boy, Captain Will. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe to Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. You are now rocking with the best. And since you're rocking with the best, come rock with your boy, Captain Will. Let's go.